Welcome back. It is Thursday, August 15th in the MLB. Our three best bets are on the way. It is Austin, joined by Logan. Let's dive into a recap of yesterday. Solid 4-3 day, a little bit of profit in there. Let's talk about it. Pirates and Padres over 8. Shout out Mitch Keller. Wonderful work, brother. He gave up 8 runs himself. We love to see that. We also cashed Judge's over in bases. He did hit a home run. His 300th career one. We'll take it. We had a surgical read in that Rockies game, them to score 4, but also Jordan Montgomery's under 3.5 earned runs. We love that. Our losers, parlay of the day. A's could not come through. They're the only team that did not score in the first 5. And Logan, are you surprised they score in the 6th inning? No, not at all. That's how it always goes. Ohtani couldn't get anything going, and the Astros and Rays over 7.5. Those two teams felt like they were swinging a hot dog at the plate. What the heck were they doing? But either way, hey, 4-3 day. We got 3 picks today, a shorter card than normal. There's only 7 games on, so if you're interested in all my thoughts on every single game, I did post the breakdown right before this video, and hopefully you've been watching those ones. Definitely a lot of helpful nuggets for you all when you're doing your research for your best bets. This is obviously our best bets video where we come out and give you our favorite picks of the day. Today, obviously, we're going to talk about our parlay of the day. We hit 2 straight prior to yesterday. Painful loss with the A's not coming through. Today's going to be a little bit different. I don't think we're going with the both first 5 to score. I think we're going with hit parlay. So tap into that. Our 2 favorite hitters of the day. Check it out. Link in description and pin comment when it is live around 9:30, 10 a.m. Eastern time. You can definitely check that out. And if you haven't been tapped into our NFL futures, been posting some on the YouTube Shorts, been posting them on Instagram, TikTok, and I'm even posting them on Facebook. So if you want to follow us on Facebook, you can go do that there at Calling Our Shot. All those links and details down below. But we're coming in hot with some picks. And Logan, I'm going to let you actually lead things off because you got the earliest game on the slate. You're picking a money line with a team that is in desperate need of a victory. Who you rolling with today?
Yeah, backs against the wall. I'm taking the Giants on the money line, -115 odds on BetMGM is your best value there. Now, you mentioned they're in desperate need of a win. Yeah, because they've been getting punked by the Atlanta Braves. They're trying to avoid the sweep, and they're getting a little bit of line respect with their ace on the mound. They're slight favorites in this spot. Look, just based off a numbers perspective, it is hard to beat a team on the road 4 straight. That's what the Atlanta Braves are looking to do. I mean, the Giants got to have some pride today. They got to come out and start strong, in my opinion, in this game, because this is one of those games you just don't want to lose. This is what causes a spiral in baseball, getting swept in a 4-game series at home against one of the premier NL teams. Now, who's starting today? I mentioned it's their ace. It's their ace, Logan Webb. It's their best chance to win with him on the mound. 3.42 ERA, 1.23 WHIP for Logan Webb. He did face the Braves earlier this season. He went 7 innings pitched, 2 earned runs in this one. Now, that was a big start because Logan Webb has been owned by the Atlanta Braves recently. The 2023 Braves had his number. If you don't believe me, go back, look at those game logs. 2023 Atlanta Braves were unreal. They were out of their mind. They were an offense that didn't make sense on paper. But this Atlanta Braves team, this version of the Atlanta Braves team, they swing for the fences a lot. There's a lot of boom-bust guys in there. And a sinker ball pitcher like Logan Webb, being a pitch-to-contact guy, he can actually have a pretty efficient outing in this one. And I think that's what happens today. Logan Webb is a 20.5 outs line for a reason. The books think he cooks again. I mean, Austin and I were looking at all the pitcher props as we always do in the morning, and I'm like, damn, 20.5 outs line? I mean, that's pretty much saying, does he go 7? And that's what the books are projecting. Even odds on that line. I think Logan Webb does go 7 innings in this one. Or if he doesn't go 7, maybe he is a little inefficient, but I still think the bullpen will save him. Over the last 14 days, Atlanta versus righties, Atlanta 18th in batting average, 9th in OPS, 11th in WRC+. Again, do I trust the Braves to really be able to string together those hits that it's going to take to beat Logan Webb? No, they might have an inning where they get a couple hits. But if you're not bringing those guys home, because the Braves have not done that consistently all year. Yes, yesterday they put up a big number on the scoreboard, but they still have not done it at a consistent rate. I still think Logan Webb is the guy you want to back. And this is the ideal place where you want to back Logan Webb. It's at home, 2.49 ERA, 230 batting average allowed at home, compared to a 4.11 or 4.11 ERA and a 285 batting average allowed on the road. Logan Webb being a pitch-to-contact guy, I will not touch him on the road because he's out almost allowing 300 batting average. But at home, this is where you want to back him. I think Logan Webb goes out and has a solid start today. And then it's up to the bats. They got to give him some run support because we see a low total in this one. So it could be a pitcher's duel. But Max Fried starts for the Braves. 3.56 ERA, 1.24 WHIP for Max Fried. The most recent lefty the Giants faced, yeah, they got cooked by Chris Sale. But outside of that, they've been solid against lefties. They're hitting 259 this month against lefties. Obviously, Chris Sale absolutely cooked them. But Fried, if you're comparing Fried with Max, or Max Fried with Chris Sale, both of them are lefties, yes, but they're stylistically different pitchers. Chris Sale is just an overpowering lefty. Max Fried is a little more of a finesse lefty. If you disagree with me, fine, go argue with the wall. But I think Max Fried is still more of that finesse lefty, and actually that's the matchup I would rather have against this Giants team that, you know, sometimes, as Austin mentioned, looks like they're swinging hot dogs up there. But Fried is not in good form right now. I'm comfortable fading him right now because if you look at his last few starts, 4, 5, 1, 5 earned runs in his last 4 starts. Now, are these to great teams? Not really. I mean, the 4 runs was allowed to the Rockies. The 5 was to the Marlins. Okay, the 1 was against the D-backs, and the 5 was to the Phillies. So in there, he had 2 bad starts against 2 bottom-of-the-barrel teams. Can the Giants just bring the bats today? I'm really not asking for a whole lot. Opponents are hitting 286 against Max Fried, 3rd time through the order. With a juice 17.5 outs line, Fried will likely go deep, but it's up to the Giants to adjust against him. So, I mean, that line tells you a lot of what you need to know. Yes, he should go deep, but the chances will be there. 3rd time through the order, you got to make those adjustments against Max Fried. Batters have been doing that. Hopefully the Giants follow suit today. And then we go to the bullpens. Now, how long these bullpens are in, I don't really know, because both these starting pitchers on paper should go deep into this game. But when the bullpens do come in, last 14 days, Atlanta 25th in bullpen ERA, San Francisco 2nd in bullpen ERA. That's big because if either of these starters slip up, I trust the Giants bullpen to really be able to save the game more than the Braves bullpen. I really hope the Giants are able to be patient at the plate, drive up Max Fried's pitch count, get to that bullpen, and I think that's where this game's decided. I think they can, if they can tap into that Braves bullpen, I think they win this game easily. Give me the Giants on the money line, short favorite price, avoiding what would be a terrible momentum 4-game sweep at home. Give me the Giants. I love them as my best bet of the day. But Austin, you got a first 5 pick. Where are you going?
Yeah, I'm going to a first 5 pick. I talked about this one in the breakdown, one of my heavy leans in that video. And the more I looked at it, even more and more, I really like this pick. And it's going to be the first 5 under in the Red Sox and Orioles game, taking it at 4.5 minus 110 on FanDuel. Now, I understand we're stepping in front of a buzzsaw in some cases in terms of 2 really good offenses, with the Red Sox and Orioles facing righties. They've been pretty good. However, I like a first 5 under here. I think the pitchers have decent outings. Count me out on the full game. If you watch the breakdown, I talk about both these 2 bullpens. I want to say Baltimore is 28th in bullpen ERA. Red Sox might be laughing at them. They're 30th, so they're even worse. Both bullpens have been terrible. I think we see a lower scoring game through the first 5. Count me out on whatever happens in the 6th inning. And let's hope that there's a lower scoring start here. Now, why am I taking it under here? We're going to talk about, first and foremost, we're going to talk about Nick Pivetta, who will start for the Red Sox. Now, personally, I have no idea how far Pivetta goes in this game. He does have a juiced under for 15.5 outs, but his other props indicate that he's probably going to pitch decently today. So maybe he's on a pitch count. He hasn't pitched in 11 days, so his arm should be fully rested. And hopefully goes out there and shoves for 5 innings. Then he can leave for all I care. Now you look at him, 3.76 ERA and a 1.02 WHIP on the road this year. A little bit better splits on the road than he does at home. Obviously at home in Fenway, one of the most hitter-friendly ballparks in the world. His last 3 starts versus Baltimore have been pretty solid. He gave up 1 and 2 earned runs in 2022. I think he went 5 2/3 in 6 innings pitched in those starts. And then in 2023, 7 innings pitched, 0 earned runs. So pitched pretty well against them. And the real reason I'm here is Nick Pivetta, really tough on lefties this season. Lefties are only batting 193 against Pivetta with a 611 OPS. We know Baltimore, they're going to stack their lefties in there. Obviously, you're probably going to have Cowser batting leadoff. Jackson Holliday will be down at the bottom. You guys like Santander, he'll hit lefty, given that he is a switch hitter. Same for Adley Rutschman, Gunnar Henderson, and the list goes on and on. They're probably going to have 6 or 7 lefties in there, which is good, hypothetically, for our split here, because Nick Pivetta has been much tougher on lefties than he has righties. I am rocking a righty that will probably be in the lineup's jersey, Ryan Mountcastle. He does have technically good splits against Pivetta. Let's hope Ryan's not out for vengeance today, because I'm taking an O's under. I just think he pitches decently today. His hits allowed prop is 4.5 plus money on the over. He has a 1.5 earned runs prop. Sure, a little bit juice on the over, but you don't give 1.5 earned runs props too often out there. I think Pivetta gives us a shot here, which is all we're looking for. I don't need him to pitch scoreless, but go out there, 1 or 2 earned runs, I can live with that. Zach Eflin will start for the O's, making his 4th start for the Orioles today. His previous 3, first one he allowed 3, then 2, and then 0 earned run in his most recent start. He's been solid, and like Pivetta, he also is tough on lefties. He has the good righty on lefty matchup, and Eflin this season allowing just a 232 batting average to lefties, a 630 OPS. We know Boston is going to stack their lefties in there. There's a reason they normally are very good against righties, because they have their hard-hitting lefties in there, the Durans, the Devers, those guys of the world, and those guys have been crushing righties. But a guy like Eflin pitched to contact. He's not walking guys, so look, if he's not going to walk people. So if the Red Sox are going to figure him out, they're probably going to have a hit parade going on him. But if he can manage it here and pitch decently, I think he's got a chance. He's going to see all the lefties in there. And typically the right-handed batters that you'd be scared of, the righties that have a lot more success against Eflin, a guy like Tyler O'Neill. I'll talk about him right now because Tyler O'Neill, the last time Eflin faced Boston as a member of the Rays back on May 13th, Eflin gave up 3 runs, all on a home run, all in the first inning, to Tyler O'Neill, a right-handed batter. Doesn't really surprise us. Righties have been hitting Eflin better. However, O'Neill still currently dealing with his illness. He's currently on the IL. He will not play today. And so do I trust the other right-handed batters in this Red Sox lineup to tag Eflin? Not really a ton. So I think Eflin pitches well here. Worth noting, does have a lower ERA at home, a 2.52 compared to 4.65 on the road. I don't want to look too hard into that because the 2.52 was mostly in Tampa Bay, but maybe after, a month or so being in Baltimore, maybe he's got a good place to stay and he's got his normal bed and he can do his normal routines at home. Maybe he pitches well. I don't know. Maybe he's a routine guy. I'll trust Eflin can go out there and gives a serviceable outing. 2 earned runs from each of these pitchers. We get out of there with 4. I pray that the Boston Red Sox defense is helping us out today because they do lead the league in errors, or they're somewhere up there. But I do think that this is a solid outing from Pivetta and Eflin. So I really like the under 4.5 in the first 5. Again, I would not promote a full game under because those bullpens are terrible. You could honestly give up 5 runs apiece. But I think first 5, we see a lower scoring game, and that's what will be my favorite pick of the day. So those are our picks in the video. Giants, ML, Red Sox, Orioles under first 5, and then our parlay of the day will be our 3rd pick of the day when it is live. I will link it on the screen. It should be a 2-leg hit parlay, so tap into that. And obviously, you can go check out the breakdown where I talked about every single MLB game. Only 7 on the slate, but did some deep diving into some of those games. So check it out. If you haven't been tapped into the breakdown, they are normally live right before this video. You guys have a wonderful day, a wonderful Thursday, and Logan and I will be back on Friday with a full slate of action, and we'll see you guys then. Peace.